Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
18
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll begin by running the option. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is?
Touchdown, Bears! Tyler Boyd, 26 yards. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Head to 60, head to 60.
On second down now, it's Brewer. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said hello.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 41 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with
A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go. It's Brewer, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brewer. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was a...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Here's Fields. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On second down, Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. Flushed, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Patterson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. McLean. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Bilal Nichols in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Out of the gun, Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Fields now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Fields. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Fields. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. from a yard out. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Looking to throw. McLean. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Left wing 19.
Back to throw. McLean. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Looking to throw on second down. McLean. He sets to fire deep. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bears first down.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain touchdown, Chicago! Tyler Boyd, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. McLean. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there. A first down. They run the counter. It's Brewer. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. McLean. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Second and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun. McLean. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Bradley Chubb drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Fields. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this.
And now here is another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Chicago, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one.